Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about the upcoming Dokkan Fest for Kefla on Global Dokkan and my overall thoughts on the banner and if I recommend basically that the average player should summon or not. Now as always, if you're a giant fan of the character, I would recommend that you summon, so if that's you, you can go ahead and click off the video right now if you want, but basically there are 3 points that I want to go through in this video, so we can basically paint a picture of what this banner should look like, as well as what we can expect to be coming shortly after this banner leaves. So those 3 points are as follows. One is taking a look at what the banner was like on the Japanese version of the game, because most of the time, they're the same banner. And number two is thinking ahead to what banners are coming up relatively soon, and if we should be saving up for those banners instead. And number three is speculating on if any of the units on this upcoming Kefla banner have a chance at being replaced by other units, potentially, because basically that point is going off of the fact that on the Beerus banner, Cooler was supposed to return, as he did on JP, but they went ahead and replaced him with Strength Blue Kaioken Goku. So since they've done that, I think it's understandable to be a bit more cautious and wary in terms of, maybe expecting them to change a few units or not, but I still think for the most part, most of the units are going to remain the same. But so yeah, we have basically the teaser for the Dokkan event coming out, and this video should be going live on the 10th of August, and the Kefla Dokkan Fest should be releasing tonight, the night this video goes live, or the next morning, early in the morning, stuff like that. So that is that. Next, we have the actual banner on JP. So this is the Kefla banner actually looked like here. Vados is new. She's a support unit. Very, very good. Kefla obviously is insanely good. Android 13 is back for the first time. Hit is back. Goku Black 17 and Turles. So the main, I'd say the main units on the banner are just the first three. The other four are kind of just like, they've been back multiple times, especially these two. But that's kind of what we're looking at here. That was the banner on JP. And just from looking at this alone, I'm going to say that this banner really isn't that good, but it's really not bad. I've seen some people say this banner is terrible. It's really not. Vados is insane. Kefla is insane. Android 13 is, I think, a little bit underrated, but he's not like the best of the best in terms of Dokkan Fest. He's definitely not up there, but he's very good. Hit, I'm not a huge fan of Hit. Goku Black, he's just not good. I'll say that for free. 17 is very good, but I feel like he's been on a lot of banners recently, so most people probably do have at least one copy of him. And then Turles, he's good, just, in terms of like the hardest modes, he just gets crushed because he has no defense, but, he does stun, so he has some utility to help you out. But overall, again, the banner is good, but it's not like, it's not the worst banner ever. I've seen people say this banner is bad, it's just not the case. So that's sort of what the banner was on the Japanese version of the game. And just from looking at what it was there, I would say it's probably wise to maybe do like 1 or 2 multis at most, and then save your stones. Just not even considering what else is coming up. But moving on and thinking ahead, to what other banners might be coming up after this, we know for sure that we're about to head into the 350 million download celebration on Global as well as JP. It's going to be a combined celebration. So I have these pulled up from last year. These are the download celebration banners from 2019, featuring the LR EGL Gohan and the LR into Cell. So these are dual Dokkan Fest LR Dokkan Fest banners. So Gohan was the new Dokkan Fest as well as Cell. And these banners were buy 3 get 1 free in terms of the multis. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 featured units. It says right here 10 featured units. And the reason why it's 10 featured units is because they have Dokkan Fest LRs on them, and that's just how they handle that. I mean, obviously, if you look at this banner, from 2019, it's not going to look as impressive as the ones are going to this year, because there's been a pretty significant step up in power creep in this past year in this game. But Gohan was top 3 unit in the game when he came out, top 2, something like that. A very, very, very good unit. This guy was new unit, but I'm not a huge fan of him. Transforming Vegeta was really, really good. This guy was insane. Transforming Goku was okay. 17 was insane. This guy was really, really good, but he's been on a lot of banners. This guy was okay. Bardock really, really good, and this guy's okay. So most of the banner was actually really good. And then the same thing could be said for Cell's banner as well. So I think just taking into account, how good these units were on last year's banners for the time, I think we're going to see a similar result this year. The only thing I will say is I do think there's a good possibility that they do throw on another summonable LR on each banner. So instead of there only being one on each, I think there might be two. Just because we've increased the amount of summonable LRs there are in the game since, you know, these banners came out last year. So maybe they bring back the Super Saiyan 4s on these banners. I mean, I know for Global, they were kind of back recently on the Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 2 Transforming Goku banners. But for JP, they haven't been back for 8 months, 9 months, something like that. They were on the New Year's, 8 months ago on the New Year's banners for, again, the Majin Vegeta and the Goku. But for Global might see them again, I don't know. But these are going to be buy 3, get 1 free banners. So in terms of your stone value, you're getting much more value summoning on these download celebration banners than any other Dokkan Fest that isn't another dual Dokkan Fest like this. So I think that's going to be a win for saving your stones for these banners over the Kefla banner. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. And just based off of that alone, I would say it's probably more worth it just to summon on the download celebration banners over the Kefla banners. But, you know, there's still other things we need to consider, such as if there's any units that are going to be replaced on the Kefla banner. So looking back at the Kefla banner here, in terms of any units that I think could be replaced, I think the number one culprit here is probably Android 13. Now, the reason why I say that is because while he did return on JP on this banner for the first time, we take a look at the Android 13 banners over here. The Android 13 banner on Global only ended in April 19th, which is less than 4 months ago. Besides Android 13, we have had you know, multitude of other Dokkan Fest units that could come back. Well, not a multitude, only really 2, but that are older than 13 and have yet to come back. And those 2 are Cooler and Future Gohan. Now, I've seen a lot of people speculate and say, oh, they're saving Future Gohan and Cooler to come back on the Download Celebration banners. You know, this guy's going to be on the Super type banner, this guy's going to be on the Extreme type banner, which definitely could be the case. I mean, keep in mind that this is all speculation. I have no idea if there's anybody who's even going to be replaced on this banner, but I think, you know, just looking at all these guys on here, I think if they were going to pick one to be replaced, I think it would be 13. Just due to the dates that this banner ended on April 19th. Future Gohan's banner ended on February 20th. It's been 6 months. He has never returned. Cooler's banner ended on March 17th. So it's like, this guy was here 4 months ago, this guy was here 5 months ago, and this guy was here 6 months ago. So I think if they were just, you know, going in terms of the order, I think they would probably throw Future Gohan on there. But you have to keep in mind, I think they would try and put a unit on this banner that would entice people to summon and use their stones before moving into you know, the big download celebration. And that's what they're doing on JP right now, which is they're throwing a double rates banner out right beforehand because they know people are going to be tempted to summon on there. I think they're going to do the same thing here, which is, you know, people aren't really going to be Survivor 13 just how it is. I think they would throw Cooler on there instead so that they entice people to summon, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think if you were to hold me, like, you know, make me give an answer about whether I think they were going to change the banner or not, I would say probably not. I would say no. But I think if they were to change one of these units, they would probably remove Android 13 for Cooler. And if they did that, this banner all of a sudden becomes much more interesting. You have Vados, who's crazy, but again, she's going to be on every single banner on feature moving forward. Kefla is just like one of the best Dokkan Fest units, TURs in the game. Cooler is literally like a top 3 TUR in the game. So at that point, yeah, you still have Hit and Goku Black and like all these other filler units on here, kind of filler units. But, you know, you have these guys coming back. I don't know. It'll be tough to say. I think if they end up doing that and they actually put Cooler on here, it might be worth it to consider maybe picking up a copy with coins just so that you could skip the banner if you don't have a copy of Cooler. Because if Cooler returns on this banner, then we have no idea when the next time he's going to be back. But if this banner remains the same, I think, okay, let me just summarize this real quick. I think regardless of whether this banner remains the same or they throw Cooler on here, I think it would be more wise to save your stones for the download celebration banners as opposed to summoning on this banner. Unless you're like Kefla, like unless you're like Kefla's like your favorite character, then yeah, summon for Kefla, but there's just no value to be had here over these banners. Because keep in mind, it's basically confirmed at this point that the download celebration banners are going to be Buu Saga themed. So Super Vegito, Super Saiyan 3 Spirit Bomb Goku, you know, LR Kid Buu, LR Buuhan, stuff like that. those are going to be showing up, and you know they're going to be, considering what JB has been getting recently with the power creep, how it's been over there. These units, like, I could easily see them being the best units of the game, like a new Super Vegito, a new Super Saiyan 3 Spirit Bomb Goku, a new Kid Buu, especially with the Link update. Kid Buu is just absolutely insane. So yeah, while Kefla's really good, I don't think in terms of power level, any of these guys are really going to compare at all to these new download celebration units that are coming out soon. So overall, that is going to be my verdict on this, I guess, topic here. But if you're somebody who's adamant about summoning on this banner, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. I'm just giving you my advice. You can choose to follow it or not. But that's going to be this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys are summoning, I wish you good luck. And I will see you all in the next one.